YouTube, we have a push day ahead of us. So this is one of our favorite days. I'm not sure exactly where I'm gonna start on this. This already kind of feels a little heavy, but the trick here is make sure you always make your cuffs loose enough so you can wriggle out. Alright, we only actually have one set of those, so it's a lot of setup just for a warm-up exercise, but it's not the primary focus for today. So that's why we're just going to hit the one set, and then we're going to actually transition to the Smith machine. So that was our first warm-up exercise, which again, in terms of getting stuff done, that was kind of the quick and easy version. Now you might be like wondering, why wouldn't you just do more sets of that? Like, it's a very optimal chest exercise. Right now I'm using it as a bit of a warm-up just to get the exposure of the upper pec, but we are doing a push dominant, and I guess it is technically a push pattern, but I kind of still see it as like a pull-ish push. So basically we're just gonna really hit the Smith machine in different positions. So we're still in our warm-up theme here. We'll do a more overhead type press, and then we're gonna lower the bench, go to an incline press instead. Alright, so now we go to more of an incline bench position. There is going to be a slightly higher incline than what might be traditionally viewed as incline bench. So we're just going to test this out real quick to get a little bonus rep in. Probably want to be slightly a little bit back. So I generally like to hit right in that kind of upper chest, like starting region, so between the clavicle and the nipple, a little bit more biased towards the clavicle with my incline presses. And because we have a low press, I'll then go slightly lower on that. All right, so a little feeder set, and then we'll get into the main working sets for the day. Probably had like 2 or 3 reps in reserve there. So first set's kind of going to be a 5 to 9 range, and then second set will be a higher range, 7 to 12. So I read the program slightly wrong. It's 5 to 7 range. So we'll see what we get here. 5.5. Alright, I think that's 5.5. Probably could have ground out that last rep. All right, 2 minutes rest. We're actually gonna do a back down set, slightly higher reps. Last set here, and then we move to a low incline. I lowered the bench. I feel like this is a little bit too far away. And now we're hitting more of a low bench press. All right, a little decrease, and then we'll go to our last set here. Wondering why all the back down sets, and then thinking, why not just stay at the same intensity, hit those reps, and why chase more reps and essentially get more fatigued? And essentially, my answer to that is I generally do the back down set just because I'm taking a slightly shorter rest period to maximize, I think, in terms of that output. If I kept the lows the same, I don't want to be taking 3 minutes rest on my compounds. I want to just take 2 minutes rest, keep the session a little bit shorter. And that way, if I back down, I'm still going to hit fatigue, probably going to do a couple more reps. So it's dealer's choice. I think like a little bit of volume capacity work isn't a bad thing at this stage in kind of where we're at in prep as well. But again, it's not that it's a suboptimal method, it's just a different path. It could work for some. I feel like my body responds a little bit better with this type of work currently. Like I don't feel sore, I don't feel like I'm like fatigued or tired, and even with last night, I actually didn't get a lot of sleep at all. Like puppy woke me up at 4 a.m., then again at 6 a.m. And had a little accident, so kind of dealing with that. So I think I got like maybe scraping 6 hours of sleep today. And so we're in here in the morning, getting a workout in as well. A little bit of caffeine, a little bit of carbs, but that's kind of the reason is I don't really want to burn out the CNS so much by doing super high intensities, and being able to do this, I think it's just that little bit better. At least that's my opinion of coaching. All right, that's us done with Smith machine. I think we have chest fly next. Cuffs, and we have a mid-chest fly, so more of a adduction focus. We don't have a pack deck or fly machine here, so that's why we're using cables. Okay, probably shouldn't have dead stopped on that last one there. I might have had one extra rep. Wriggle out of the mechanism here. And so, again, we're on the lower range of that rep range there. So I am going to do a small drop. And because we didn't strictly get too much adduction repetitions in. This is kind of another reason why volume in terms of reps are slightly higher, because now we've had that fatigue, kind of transient fatigue from the other exercises. So you could try and push the weight and you're going to get mechanical tension there, or because you are a little bit fatigued, lower the weight, lower some of the potential for mishaps and things to go wrong. And even though this is a fairly stable exercise, again, we could move a little bit and cause some harm to ourselves. So just having that slightly little bit less weight. And that doesn't mean we shorten the lever arm and go more weight. We can, if you wanted to, put the cuffs at the elbow and things like that. But you'll see, kind of we're going cuffs at forearms, which I think is a fine enough position. Creates a little bit more joint torque because the lever arm's longer, the moment arm's longer. But I think when we do measure kind of muscle forces at the joint level, I think the longer lever arm is important in that aspect too. So we do have tricep dips, but I completely forgot to bring my weighted belt today, which is kind of annoying. It's obviously in my training bag, and I brought a different training bag, so I was trying to be a little bit lighter coming into this facility rather than my whole gym bag. But because of that, I completely forgot to bring dips. So we're gonna get creative in terms of using maybe a dumbbell, or I might just do body weight depending on how I'm feeling, because it is close to the end of the session. And, all right, feeling like breath's back. Not really sure how long that rest was, because I always take my watch off for cuff exercises because of the placement of the cuff. I don't want to damage my watch. That's those done. I think we have shoulders next. Glad we have tricep kickbacks because of the little shuffle. We do have some shoulder work to do today, but it's not quite yet. Setting with preacher curl. So next up, we have triceps but overhead. So slight variation. Superset this with incline bicep curl. We're actually going back to double arm just to save a little bit of time. Alright, a little 2-minute rest, and then we're back into the overhead press. Alright, this we have 4 sets of lateral raises, where the first 2 sets are slightly a little bit more heavier and in front, and then the second 2 sets are behind the back. All right, enough rest to catch the breath, and then we hit the second set, where we're going to be a little bit more explosive on the way up. Slight pause at the top, and then controlled on the way down. Next couple of sets behind the back. We are going to go slightly lighter as well, so a little bit more repetition volume. Or maybe not. A little bit more repetition volume. Volume matching. Oh shit. Big ass lightning. Alright, last set of these, and I think we've got hammer curl tricep dip to finish on. Last set. A 10 rep burn. Alright, got hammer curl dips. Then we're out of here. We got a little makeshift dip set up here, and it's a superset. Because we are going shotgun rest, just going to reduce the reps, the weight down, and hit. We're done. Whew.